Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
I remember the day Conrad implemented his infamous Critical Vendor Payment Protocol, or CVPP as he called it. Conrad, our board treasurer at Evergreen Estates, was a man whose ambition vastly outstripped his actual understanding of community management. He'd recently been scrutinizing my department's budget, particularly after an emergency roof repair I'd authorized saved us tens of thousands, but he still found fault in the process. His new CVPP was his masterpiece of micromanagement. Any non-routine vendor invoice exceeding $1,500 required a minimum of 3 board member signatures. One had to be his, a detailed cost-benefit analysis prepared personally by me, and a mandatory pre-authorization audit by him. The kicker. He'd circulated a memo explicitly stating, "No exceptions or funds will not be disbursed, and the initiating manager will be held solely responsible for any resulting liabilities." He was trying to catch me out, slow me down, or perhaps just wear me down enough to rubber stamp his cousin's questionable landscaping bid. I'd managed Evergreen Estates for nearly a decade, and I knew how things ran. I also knew that Conrad was often too busy grandstanding to actually do the work his self-imposed rules demanded. My chance came with an unexpected crisis. The main water pump for the entire complex began failing catastrophically. We had a few hours before the entire building would lose water. The emergency replacement and installation estimate, $2,800. Exactly the kind of non-routine, over $1,500 expense Conrad's CVPP was designed to ensnare. My priority was getting the water back on, but I saw an opportunity. I acted fast, but meticulously. I immediately secured 3 competitive quotes, selected the most responsive and capable vendor, and drafted a comprehensive, multi-page cost-benefit analysis report, complete with projected timelines and penalty clauses for delayed payment. This document alone took hours, time we barely had. Then came the signatures. I tracked down Quinn and Gerald, 2 other board members, who signed off with grumbles about Conrad's ridiculous new rule. "Philippa, this is insane," Quinn remarked, but I just pointed to Conrad's memo, quoting the solely responsible line. Finally, with the clock ticking, I packaged the entire dossier, attached a cover memo highlighting the immediate threat of a complete water outage, and submitted it to Conrad's office for his mandatory pre-authorization audit. I even bolded the part about no exceptions and sole liability, reminding him that his prompt attention was critical per his own directive. Conrad, as predicted, was preoccupied with his political maneuvering around the landscaping contract. He received my urgent submission, probably assumed I'd find a workaround, or perhaps he thought the delay would simply fall on my shoulders. He sat on it for 2 days. The emergency vendor, without a signed agreement and initial payment, pulled their crew. On Friday evening, the water pump gave out completely. Evergreen Estates, a luxury complex, was without a drop of water for the entire weekend. The residents were, understandably, furious. Emergency plumbers finally got the new pump installed by Sunday night, but only after accruing significant penalty fees for the delayed start and weekend work. By Monday morning, the board was in an uproar, facing angry residents, a PR nightmare, and unexpected costs. An emergency board meeting was called. Quinn and Gerald quickly confirmed my efforts, noting my precise adherence to the CVPP. I presented my paper trail, the 3 quotes, my detailed cost-benefit analysis, the signed approvals from Quinn and Gerald, my urgent cover memo to Conrad, and the timestamps showing exactly when it landed on his desk for his mandatory audit. The evidence was irrefutable. Conrad's face went from indignant to ashen. He had created the rule to control me, but his failure to engage with his own absurd protocol had directly caused a massive disruption and financial hit for the entire community. He was formally censured, stripped of his treasurer duties, and his precious landscaping bid was put on indefinite hold for further review. I, on the other hand, was commended for my diligence. Sometimes, the best way to deal with a control freak is to give them exactly what they ask for, especially when it floods the entire community.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.